Então para!
So today we're gonna film a full face of first impressions on the brand Rimmel London, and I'm very excited. A few of these products actually were sent out to me through Influenster in one of their Vox boxes, and I thought I'd get a bunch more and do a full face because I generally love doing first impressions, and I've done a few one brand full face of first impressions before and I really liked it. I'm gonna link the playlist up here, but I've done it with NYX, Glossier, and I think another brand that I'm not remembering. So I'm gonna start with their primer. They have a lot of primers, but I chose to go with the same one as the foundation. So this is the Lasting Finish 8-Hour Wear Makeup Primer. I'm trying to see if it has like a shine to it. It does look like it has some like pearlescence to it, but it's very subtle. Oh, but you can see it, right? So next I'm gonna apply the Star of the Show, and this is their new foundation, and I also have the concealer. They're the lightest shades, although I have to say right now that this is more of a pinky porcelain shade, and this is very yellowy, so I don't know where their head's at. But this is a Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation, Breathable. So I know there's another Lasting Finish foundation. This is supposed to be a new, improved version. It says medium coverage, lightweight skin, but it sounds like it's more like a serum foundation, so probably low to medium coverage. As you open up, it's like a big concealer. It has one of those doe foot applicators, and it looks really cool. It's a little like pinkish, but not too much. But I am concerned about the concealer because it is so yellow. It looks very low coverage. I'm actually worried about the overall look of this video. Maybe this was not a smart idea. I'm using the Bare Minerals Luxe Performance brush. Oh my god, this does feel like nothing. You blur it out into nothing. Like, it feels like it just disappears. But at the same time, it does offer a little bit of coverage. If I had perfect skin and no acne, I think this would be one of those foundations that I love. Because it's like a My Skin but better. And I love lower coverage foundations. So I'm gonna go over a little bit over the blemishes. But I am impressed that like, this has not a matte, but an almost matte finish. It has like baby skin effect, which I'm curious about. Like, it seems like you're blending it into nothing, but it does offer a little bit of coverage. Like the rest of my face where I don't have blemishes here and here looks fucking amazing. Okay, when it says it has medium coverage, I believe it now. Like, what's happening? It does have medium coverage, almost full coverage. I was thinking here like, I'm gonna have to use the hell out of that concealer, but maybe I won't. Why am I talking like this? Okay, this is a second layer with heaviness. I'm kind of like shocking. I know, I'm shocked. That's how shocked I am. I'm very surprised at the finish and coverage of this foundation. It looks amazing, and by the way, the fit, like the match is pretty good. So as you can see here, there's still a little bit that I couldn't build up to full coverage, but the rest is pretty much all done. So I'm gonna move on to the concealer. And this is the Lasting Finish 24-Hour, 25-Hour. That's weird. That's a weird timeline, by the way. 25-Hour Breathable Concealer. Lightweight, medium coverage, and the lightest shade, which is Light Ivory. It has like a fluffy round applicator. I'm gonna try, okay, no, it comes right off. So this looks a lot more yellow than the foundation. No, this is definitely yellow. It is quite dense though, and I just don't like it in this because it's too yellow. I'm not gonna be able to, like, I don't know if you can pick this up on camera, but in person it's very noticeable that something yellow is under eyes and the rest is quite rosy. So while I like the formula of the concealer, it looks flawless, it has a good coverage, but it's not too pasty, and at the same time, it's not like accentuating my dry flakes. But I can definitely see like the yellowy effect here, which I don't like. So this is before powdering. I'm gonna powder afterwards, but I wanted you to see the texture beforehand. This is oxidizing a little bit, not too much, but enough that I would have to go down my neck, if you can see. For powder, I'm gonna be using the Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. This is one of their like best sellers. It is like a yellowy shade, but it's supposed to be like translucent, so it will work for pretty much everyone, I think. I don't know about darker skin types. I'm glad that it's kind of yellow because it may cancel out some of the pinkiness on my face. I'm not stoked that it's like yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because it is Stay Matte. I'm just gonna do my T-zone, but I'm already feeling it tightening up. It doesn't mean that it's not good, but because I'm so used to my By Terry as it is targeted towards dehydrated and dry skin types, it's not as mattifying, and because it is a Stay Matte powder, this is kind of mattifying. So if you like mattifying powders, this won't bother you, but if you're not used to them, this might be a little like tightening. I do like the texture of the powder though, and I feel like it did even out a bit of the rosiness. Let's go towards the eyes. So as a base, I'm gonna be using this Kate eyeshadow stick with Kate Moss. The color is Rose Gold. So I'm gonna use this sort of like an all over base and primer. So you do have to definitely go over it a few times to get the color, but I do really, really like the color. Just blur out the edges. And now we're moving on to the actual eyeshadow. So we're using the Magnifeyes Blush Edition. I bought this from Feel Unique, and at Feel Unique they didn't have all of their palettes. There was one that was similar to this, but brighter in colors, like more towards the one that I have on my eyes. I think that one is a little bit cuter, but in general, they're very neutral. Like there's a Vivid one, but other than that, they're very neutral eyeshadow palettes, which is to be expected from a drugstore brand. But anyway, so let's use this one right here. And then use this little one. The previous one was matte. This one is a little bit shimmery. It should have been a little bit more foiled and a little less powdery in my personal opinion. Just gonna give it a little bit of depth with this one. It's one of those shadows that has a few glittery pieces, but is overall matte. It has like, it gives off a matte effect. You can barely see the glitter. And I'm gonna go with that same one, just a little under the eyes to create a little bit of a shadow. With this little first shade, I'm gonna go into with my pinky and use it as an inner corner highlight. Ooh, that's very pigmented. I used a lot of it. Okay, that was way more pigmented than I gave it credit for. And we're pretty much done. Of course, you can go for smokier, heavier looks, but as you guys know, that's not usually my thing. We're gonna go with mascara now, and the one I got was the Wonderfully Real Extreme Black Mascara. This is what the one looks like. It's pretty huge, but it's spiky. My favorite ones are all spiky. I can tell you right away, I don't love it. We're gonna have to layer this because otherwise it feels like I have no lashes. But I'm scared of layering it because usually when you layer microfiber mascaras, they get like really goopy. I hope that's not the case. And Goop Town. My lashes have no volume, no curve. Not a fan. Let's move on to brows before I get upset. So I have the Brow This Way Brow Styling Gel with Argan Oil. It looks like really dark in the packaging, but the color is not that dark. A little bit ashy. Dark blonde brunette meets brunette. I feel like the brow gel is really intense, like if you already have like super fluffy brows like mine. But it does look very heavy. It comes with a lot of product though. I wish this had a few less product on the spoolie so I could work it in and kind of build it up to where I want to go. If the first sweep is like this, then you have no control over what your brows are going to look like. And with this one, I tried removing the excess and it does look a little better. I prefer to build up on it. So this one looks more fluffy in my style. This looks very heavily gelled down. They haven't dried down yet, so I'm gonna wait to give my final opinion on it. So moving on now to the third product they sent to me, and this is their what is it called? A Sculpting Palette. It has a highlighter, contour, and blush. And this is the shade Coral Glow. I don't usually use contour, but I'm gonna use a little bit just to test it out. It does have a bit of a sheen to it, like a very, very subtle sheen, but it's there. It doesn't look too warm, but it's not too gray either, so I think this is a really neutral shade that would look good on potentially everyone that is fair. We're gonna go with a highlighter, and it's like a beigey shade, but it does look like a little bit muted. Oh, that's not that bad. No, I like it. It's kind of like a subtle glow. I'm gonna try to curl my lashes so that something holds. Otherwise, they look like pygmy lashes. Anyway, we're gonna move down to the blush one. And finally, I'm gonna go with applying lipstick. I don't know if this shade is gonna be perfect here, but it's the only Rimmel lipstick that I have that I haven't tried before. So this is the Moisture Renew lipstick, and this is the shade Vintage Pink. It does not look good here. I do love the texture. Like in another look, this would look amazing. It's very pigmented, but at the same time, it's almost like a balm. It's so rich and nourishing. The brow gel has now dried. It doesn't feel heavy, and it doesn't feel like a gel, like harsh. Like I don't feel it when I move my eyebrows, so I really, really like that. So I'm surprised by the brow gel. It started off rocky, but if you wipe some of the excess off before applying it, it's actually a really, really good formula, and I do like the color as well. So my favorite products are definitely the foundation, which is the star of the show. Amazing, beautiful coverage, and the finish is beautiful, and it's just beautiful. This lipstick, it just feels amazing on my lips. I mean, of course it's not gonna be super long wearing because it's super hydrating, but one swipe, super pigmented and creamy AF. In the eyeshadow palette, I honestly feel like there's a few shades that are really cute. They're not like over the moon amazing, but are like drugstore good. But a lot of them were also like really powdery, so I don't know. This would not be something I think I would recommend as a first like palette. I don't know. Let me know if you've tried this and what you think of it, but I was not blown away by it. It was just like, eh. I didn't use the contour, and the highlighter didn't blow me away. So it's more like, yeah, it's a good product. Would I buy it intentionally? I don't know if I would. But yeah, it's a good product, especially for drugstore, and especially if you're looking for something compact, or if you're looking to buy like 3 products at the same time. This is a good one to look out for. So that's it for now. I'll see you in about 6 to 8 hours. There's a little bit of wear around my mouth, which there always is because, you know, my skin hates me. But the rest is fairly good. I also really love the finish of it all. I'm not oily at all, which I may have to, you know, thank the Stay Matte powder that I didn't like. I think though, like, it was uncomfortable right as I put it on, but a little bit after, my natural oils started showing up, and then it just stopped being uncomfortable. So maybe if you powder it up and then you mist it on top, I think this would still be a good powder, because can you see how like I'm glowy and not oily at all? Under the eye, there's a little creasing here, not too much, but it is sort of noticeable. And like the mascara is also tinted my under eyes a little bit, but I didn't love the mascara. Actually, I hated the mascara right away, so that's no surprise. My lashes still look freakishly like small. Still loving the foundation. And here's the up close of my skin. Again, you can see here how it has oxidized a little bit. It doesn't make my pores look huge, and it didn't sink into my pores, the foundation itself. The only sort of wear is really here. So if you guys like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and don't forget to click the little bell button so you can know every single time I upload. Let me know if you like this video, if you want me to do this sort of video, full face of first impressions with more brands. That's it. So yeah, you know what? bye. Enjoy your day. I don't know what's happening. I'm really tired. It's really late.